It's Thursday, February the 9th, 2017, and this is your Barbados Today Evening Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, a new political party was launched in Barbados today with its leader, former opposition Barbados Labour Party Senator Lynette Eastmond, declaring that her party is the answer to achieving speedy change in the country. Noting that the vision of her United Progressive Party, or UPP, was to create first world status for Barbados, Eastmond also assured that it's an all-inclusive political movement.
And we're opening the UPP to all Barbadians. 2017 is the year to shake off fear and to actively participate in this democracy, and we're inviting you to join us. We in the UPP, and we believe in a united Barbados. So it is not our view that we should exclude anyone. So our intention is not to exclude non-business people. So we welcome people who are business people. We welcome community leaders. We welcome artists. We welcome all Barbadians.
Minister of Agriculture and Water Resource Management, Dr. David Estwick, who beat Eastmond in St. Philip West in general elections 4 years ago, responded to her decision to form the new party. Estwick told Barbados Today if after 3 election defeats in 2003, 2008 and 2013, this was how Eastmond wanted to spend her time, then he wished her well in her endeavors. The Barbados Private Sector Association is today calling for an urgent coming together of the full social partnership aimed at implementing already identified socio-economic solutions to rescue this country from further decline. In a statement issued today, the private sector body warned that if nothing is changed, this would open up the way for everyone to break for themselves, which is a recipe for disaster. One short-term solution suggested was for government to accelerate without further delay implementation of the efficiency committees of the social partnership, which could advise on any programs for privatization, mergers, or outsourcing. The corporate sector said this was not the time for partisan political thinking or advantage seeking by the private sector and the trade unions. The organization contended that all must band together and reject devaluation as they did 25 years ago. Nurses in Barbados are crying foul of the conditions under which they have to work. Retiring president of the Barbados Nurses Association, Blondell Mulling, told its annual general meeting at Accra Beach Resort last night that in some cases, colleagues' workplaces are being burglarized.
The geriatric hospital had issues with burglary and security issues. Main doors not locked at night, and intruders use it to hide and steal nurses' property. Most of the institutions, especially psychiatric hospitals, have a whole host of issues, including the physical plan and supplies and having adequate material and equipment to deliver adequate nursing care. There is also the issue of late salaries and uniforms and working long hours and double shifts. At most of the other institutions, nurses are concerned about appointments, especially staff nurses, as this causes problems monthly with the late payment of salaries as well as obtaining a loan at our financial institutions, and the list goes on. If nurses cannot be compensated and paid due to the economic challenges, at least their working conditions should be better.
Barbados and the rest of the region welcomed a record 29.3 million long-stay visitors in 2016, which represents a 4.2% increase over the previous year. The region also witnessed an estimated 1.3% increase in cruise passenger arrivals to about 26.3 million, representing 33.7% of overall cruise deployment last year. Now, while those were considerable reasons to celebrate, there were several concerns, including vexing issues of costly and fragmented intra-Caribbean travel. Delivering the Caribbean Annual Performance Report this morning, Secretary General of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, Hugh Riley, said despite the increase in visitor arrivals, hoteliers overall witnessed negative results when compared to 2015.
But the year will also be remembered as a challenging one for the hotel sector, which continues to be under pressure. In the months ahead, we expect that tourist arrivals to the region will grow at a slower rate, between 2.5% and 3.5% in 2017. We also project increases of between 1.5% and 2.5% in cruise passenger arrivals. So, all things being equal, we're expecting growth. We are expecting growth in 2017, but it will probably not be robust.
One of the island's leading consumer advocates has raised the possibility that the most recent petroleum price increases may be part of profiteering to assist the sale of the Barbados National Terminal Limited to the Sol Group of companies. Director General of the Barbados Consumers Research Organization, Malcolm Gibbs Tate, asked if this was why the country had been told to progress at a reduced pace when considering renewable energy. Gibbs Tate said when one compared the prices of gas in the U.S. and Barbados on January the 6th, consumers are now paying $11.26 per U.S. gallon in Barbados. He noted that petroleum prices in Barbados have just risen by 20 cents per litre when compared to the last price decrease of 13 cents on January the 2nd. The consumer advocate said it is difficult to understand this increase given that the price of crude oil on the world market does not justify such a hike, if any at all. In sports news coming out of Britain, a motion of no confidence in the Football Association has been passed by MPs debating the organization's ability to reform itself. While the motion is largely symbolic, MPs have warned that legislation will be brought in if changes are not made. Sports Minister Tracy Crouch has said the FA could lose £30 million to £40 million of public funding if it does not modernize.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only $2.25, $2.20. Who? For what? That's the Bear Stare News. I don't read about that from Barbados today since last night. That can't only care do. $2.20. Who?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We're back with news from the region now. The Jamaica government is investing $180 million in its forensic institute and also buying special dogs to deal with security and search and rescue. Speaking on the sidelines of the throne speech, Security Minister Robert Montague also announced that the purchase of 2 ships and a surveillance aircraft are among other measures being undertaken to address safety and security in Jamaica.
Moving towards amending the Fingerprint Act so that more non-lethal weapons can be made available to the ordinary Jamaican. We have revised the Stay Alert app. We have given a free panic button to every citizen of Jamaica who wants this panic button. But just simply download the Stay Alert app. This app, when we took over, there were less than 3,000 persons on the app. Now we are upwards of 50,000, and we have found partnerships with other people, and we are moving. We are moving to expand our social intervention work into communities, to engage the unattached youth. The Prime Minister will be making a major announcement with regards to unattached youth. We are moving to treat with informal settlements. We are moving to deal with the justice system. These things take time.
And finally, on the global scene, America's new top prosecutor, Jeff Sessions, has said the U.S. must bring an end to illegal immigration as he was sworn in at the White House today. The U.S. Attorney General said the country needs to end what he called this lawlessness that threatens the public safety and pulls down the wages of working Americans.
We have an increased threat since I was United States Attorney from terrorism, Mr. President. You've spoken firmly on that. You've led this nation to say we're going to respond effectively to the threat of terrorism, and you can count on your Department of Justice to do so in an effective way. And you've said something that I believe, and I think the American people believe, that we need a lawful system of immigration, one that serves the interests of the people of the United States. That's not wrong, that's not immoral, that's not indecent. We admit 1 million people a year plus who lawfully, and we need to end this lawlessness that threatens the public safety, pulls down wages of working Americans.
And that's news and the sports. But for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, our screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and to Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.